Okay, so Kennedy. Yeah. So Kennedy, mommy Kennedy is a Ghanaian name. Yeah, what's the name you called in the States? So in the States they call me Juanita. Juanita. Yeah, that's my English name. So that's your English name. Yeah, Juanita. Over here they probably say Juanita. Juanita. Yeah, because that's what I've noticed. But over there, the J is silent. When the U is after the J is silent. Whoa. Yeah. After what? After the U is after if the U is after the J, it's silent. Okay. So instead of Juan, it's Juan. Oh my god. Who's this? So it's Juanita. Yeah. And we say Juanita here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You see this? I suppose you pronounce it to a Ghanaian fellow like you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. No, I actually let them be free. You are Juanita, no Juanita. So ladies and gentlemen, Juanita is here. Henceforth, I'm going to say Juanita and not Juanita. Alright. That's correct. How are things with you here in Ghana? I'm loving Ghana, honestly. Everything, like the entire experience is amazing. I was expecting you yesterday to take me out. Oh, really? I have some chocolates here. Valentine's Day. Yeah, you know, right? So I'll dash you because you didn't take me out. So I'll dash you some chocolate as well. So you loving Ghana? Of course. What are you loving about Ghana? Honestly, the entire experience, like obviously the weather is 1,000 times better here. Oh my God, when I was coming here, it was snowing. Yeah. Yeah, and like cleaning the snow off your car is not the best thing. So coming here, I'm vacationing, I'm chilling, So I love the food. You love the food. Which one have you been taking? I've eaten just about everything. You eat fufu? Okay, fufu is the only thing I haven't eaten. Why? Because to be honest, I eat it over there as well. Not like the one that they pound, the one that's in the box. Yeah. So, but I haven't. I try to eat things that I'm not eating over there. Over there, okay. So that I can get the nutrition. But benku, do you eat benku there? Oh yes, so the benku, you can actually make it yourself. Yeah, okay. But then you just buy it at the store in a little thing, and then you freeze it, and then whenever you need to eat it, you like microwave it and eat it. Okay. Yeah. So it's not something where I get the local kind of benku here, but I definitely eat benku there as well. Occasionally. Okay, so what were some of the meals you've been eating here? Yeah. So I ate the fried yams and chokis. Okay, that's what I really wanted. Eating, yeah. What do you say that? What, the fried yams? No. Eating. We say eating. Oh, eating. Eating. Eh? Yeah, I've eaten. Say that. Repeat it. I've eaten fried yams and. Say that again. I just want about repeat it for the second time. You want me to say it like how? Yeah, all right, I've eaten. Yeah. Eaten. Yeah. Eaten. Yeah. I want somebody to pronounce, the American way. Eaten. So when you hear me speak, I was in bed. You were eating bed. Okay, so what were some of the meals? And I've had a lot of fruits too. I mean, there's fruits over there, but I feel like there's certain fruits here that you won't find there. Yeah, very natural. I've had, some plantains with some. Yeah, I've just been eating quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. So I've been enjoying myself. Great. Yeah. And then what kind of the atmosphere here? Oh, everybody is so. Have you been indoor? You kind of. No, I've been out. We went to Tema. We went to several places. Actually, we went to Bugashi. Bugashi. Yeah. Yesterday. Yeah. No, yesterday we went to go see my uncle, who's a judge. So he's somewhere else. I don't know the. Okay, the place. The name of the family. I forgot it. They did tell me that, but I did forget. But we've been around area quite a bit. We went to Medina, of course. Do you wish to be coming here over and over again? Oh, absolutely. Now that I've settled and I've seen how the vibes are, I'm definitely coming here quite a bit. You know what I mean? Like, sure. I really. So you'll be here before 2022. Yes, I'm trying to get here again in December. Yeah. Yeah, because I know the vibe with me. Here. Yeah, of course. It's gonna be great. Here in December, so I'm definitely excited about that. I can't wait to come. Yeah. And I can't wait to have you. That's it. All right. So just to put in, what you have come to enjoy so much in Ghana and that of in the United States. What's wrong? What's quite not favorable in the United States being a black person? Oh, being a black person in the United States, honestly, especially now, the climate is quite different. Okay. Due to the death of George Floyd. So a bit things are a bit rocky. Obviously systematic racism has always been a thing there, right? But you know, it's been something where I was kind of like a little bit of a hush hush. Like we know it to be, so deep rooted in the country, but everybody else have been kind of like, okay, we know it exists, but we're just working around it. You know what I mean? But now it's completely out in the open, so you can't, I'll say the white people, they can't really do anything too out there. Now everything is very, social media has allowed us to publicize quite a lot of things that are going on that we weren't aware of. So, it's still, the systematic racism is still prevalent there, but it's just a little bit more publicized now, so people are less likely to just openly do it without any consequences. Like now, if you do something like that, you can be reported, and then there can be actions taken against you. And of course, we had our prior president who Biden. No, prior President Trump, yeah, who kind of perpetuated a lot of these actions from you know our the Caucasians. Okay. But now, I guess Biden is in. We're hoping that they're a little bit more sensitive towards, sure. We're hoping. We're hoping. That's exactly. It. That's good. But yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about education. Are you schooling? I'm currently not, but I finished my bachelor's, so I'm going to be going for my master's. I'm just getting some work experience in the field, and then that way when you go back in and you get your master's, you're a little bit more competitive in the market when you put yourself back out there. Okay. Have you in your lifetime, had a chance to study in Ghana? A bit. Quite a bit, a bit. I'd say. Okay. So you were around what age? Oh, I was quite young. Okay. Probably I was under 10 years old. I know. Under 10 years. So over there it'd be equivalent to maybe elementary school. Elementary school, yeah. Right, sure, right. Sure. Same as here. Right, yeah, exactly. Okay. And I could imagine you in Ghana being a student. Your mom would, hey, go and take your bath, and you won't go and take your bath. You're like, yeah. No, I want to go to school. Yeah, they want to like. But in the States, in the States, how is it? To be honest, in the States, everything is really well. The parents are quite active too, as well in your children's lives. But everything is really on you, the student, mostly. So, for example, even I would say even through high school, you're expected to wake up and get yourself ready for the bus. Because once the bus leaves you, your mom is driving you to school, and then now you're taking time out of her work schedule for the whole process. You know what I mean? So once the bus is there, you're supposed to be on the bus and getting ready to be dropped off at school, and then after that it's the same thing. The bus drops you back home, and proceedings after that is like family matter. But in terms of college, you're really mostly, once you apply there, everything is on you. I'm sure it's the same here. Like once you get to college, of course your parents are gonna ask you how things are going, but it's literally all on you to make sure that you get things together. There's no, teachers aren't as, I would say one on one with you. So for example, I feel like here in the high school system here, it's probably like, let's say if you don't get something, you get more direct experiences. I feel like from your teachers over there, it's like if you don't get something, you just kind of try to find a way to get it, and then later maybe you ask your teachers once things have gotten to the point where you actually like fully cannot fathom it, even by going on the internet and learning about it, you still can't fathom. That's when you would maybe go to like a teacher or something. Okay, so if I got you right, you mean that here in Ghana, we have that privilege where your tutor or your teacher, will teach you something to get it or grasp or understand. 100%. Yeah, but in the States, no. You have that privilege. It's just like it's a lot harder. I would say. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they would be a lot more compelled to really. So there they have office hours, right? So basically, after class is done, then you can go to office hours to try to get what you don't get. But even then, it's after you try to learn on your own, going on the internet. I would say a lot of my college experience, I learned a lot from the internet than I did from quote unquote my professors. I did learn the basics from my professors, but let's say I would go home and I'm working on the homework or anything. The textbooks, they're great,
but they're overwhelming. So you would turn to the internet, and YouTube University is real. Okay.
So again, YouTube University,
YouTube University is
where you
real.
have to,
Yes.
put in whatever you want into the YouTube search engine, you get it, and then you watch it.
Right.
Have you ever tried something aggressive like you wanted to prepare groundnut soup?
Yeah.
Peanut. You put
Peanut soup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you watch it from the
For
YouTube.
the internet, yeah,
You
for
did.
sure. I've watched a couple of cooking videos on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
And what was the end result? Did it go just as?
You know what? I think because everybody has their style and how they cook. You know what I mean? So like, if you're teaching me your style, you're gonna teach me, your spices that you put in and all that stuff. And
We'll
it could
come
be
to that.
different.
We'll
Yeah.
come to that. I will tell you some of. Do you know kokonsa? When we say kokonsa, oh gossip.
Oh, gossip. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
will gossip something to you. Yeah, what is being said here, of you, those that.
Oh my god.
But back to education again. You were saying that you did more of the studies on the internet, than whatever material or resource you had available, being
Right.
professors or lecturers and stuff.
Right.
How was the examination like? Was it that strict in Ghana? You have to strive, baby. In Ghana, you have to learn. You have to bend them and like a dough. Like from 6 p.m. and you have to go back to your hostel like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Books, learn before you get an A.
Really?
Is it so in the
You know what? It's quite similar. So it depends on the major you're majoring in too.
Okay.
That's quite big. So let's say over there, I would say every blue collar job that you would get, which are the standard jobs. For example, I'll say becoming a doctor.
Mhm.
If you're going to be in the medical field, there's no way you're not going to be studying your whole life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You have to wake up, prep yourself. So over there, they equate every three credit course you take,
Mhm.
you multiply that by, I believe, 4 or 3, and that's the amount of hours you're supposed to study within a week.
Okay.
Minimum. So, for example, if I'm taking a credit
So
course.
minimum and maximum of studying hours in the college.
Yeah.
How many hours?
Uh,
Minimum.
In a week?
Mhm.
So it depends on the amount of credits you're taking. So if I'm taking 12 credits,
Mhm.
which is the minimum, at least for my school, which is Rutgers University,
Mhm.
it was 12 credits minimum that you can take. So then
That's 12 hours.
That's no. So that's 12 credits is within the major, and then you would probably study about over over 30 to 48 hours over that.
Okay.
Like
48 hours, like 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Mhm.
I would say for like six credits.
Okay.
So for example, and the science courses are, science and math courses are the hardest over there. Only because the professors there for those specific courses are actually you're foreigners. Most of them
Okay.
are foreigners, so it's hard to grasp what they're saying sometimes.
Okay.
I'm not.
The accent.
Yeah, the accent. So they have
Okay.
mostly
You have the Indians.
the Indians, and then we have
The Chinese.
the Russians. The Russians are the ones that I have a little bit of a hard time understanding,
Mm.
but they're good at what they're teaching.
Okay.
So they're more likely to be the professors in these subjects because
Okay.
that's what they eat, breathe, sleep, these things. You know what I mean? So they're geniuses in these
Yeah.
topics, but it's hard to really understand like what they're saying if you're going so fast.
Mhm.
But if you have a different course where the professor is either Caucasian or an African American, it's like easy for you to grasp because they're explaining it in a way that we would also understand and grasp. So
Wow. So it's kind of challenging over
it's a
there.
bit. It's a bit.
Wow.
And finals are just the same here too. I would say, as you expressed, you have to be in the books 24/7.
Yeah.
Over there, finals are crunch time.
Okay, let's go this way. This may spark some controversy. In the States, you being a female,
Right.
can you kind of wrap your professor or lecturer to kind of dash you some marks?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely
Or
not.
can't you, Juanita,
Yeah.
can't you, kind of friend, your professor, a good girl and professor to say, hey, Juanita, you're so beautiful.
Absolutely not.
So it's not.
No. Oh, well, at least I can speak for Rutgers University. They
Mm.
don't care about what you're presenting, from your looks or all that. Now there has been, out of every, I would say 50, maybe 100 professors, there'll be one rotten apple, I would say. So you can then, I would say in certain universities, this probably does take
But
place.
you being a student, not you personally, but
Right.
your group, I mean, or being a student in the States, can't you sort of rap your professors?
Absolutely
You don't like
not.
that?
They do not.
You don't like them?
No, they're
You
not.
never crashed on any of your lectures?
Absolutely not. They're old. No,
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
not saying that's a problem, but
They're
like,
old enough. You don't like
they're
sugar
just
daddy?
nope, not my cup of tea. No, or champagne.
Oh my
Or
goodness.
anything else.
Oh
No,
really?
no, absolutely not.
Okay, I see.
The relationship you have with them is not, you can't, it normally doesn't get to that friendly
Okay.
level where you can even express yourself in that manner. It's really
Okay.
100% all professional. If it even has to get to a platonic level, it'd be as if you were a TA.
Okay.
So you would no longer need their,
Okay.
approval for like a
Okay. So
exceptional
certain time.
grade.
Okay.
You would just need it for like a letter of recommendation. But still, even selling yourself short and expressing yourself in that manner, they'd probably not be inclined to give you that letter of recommendation because now it's not your skill that's talking.
Yeah, but
it's your
something else.
right, your charm that's talking. So it's like, do you really have the ability to get this? Yeah.
Oh, I see. So they are so much concerned about your ability,
Yeah.
you being able, to work things out to qualify for that.
Absolutely.
But they wouldn't give it to you
Your beauty does not
because
matter.
you're beautiful,
Yeah.
or because you have the big books,
Right,
the figure,
exactly.
or because you.
It does not matter.
It doesn't
It does
matter.
not matter.
Oh.
It does not matter at all when it comes to the educational system there. Of course, there's exceptionals, like I said, because some things were in the tabloids, and we hear about these things where some professors may be crushing on their students, and then it gets to different matters. But for the most part, since I've seen, it hasn't been like that.
Okay.
They don't care.
Great. In one academic year, how many semesters you go for?
So there's 4 semesters. Well, there's 2 semesters in one year. So in total, you're going to school for 4 years.
4 years. Yeah,
So that's about so about like 8 years.
Okay. And so and how many months for a semester?
About wait. So some months are longer. I believe the spring semesters are a little bit longer due to the fact that it's in spring. But I believe it's about 3 or 4.
3, 4
About 3.5
months.
months. Yeah.
Okay, and then in between these two services, you have some long months, like 3 months, to also be at home, right?
Yeah.
Do you go for internship and that?
Yeah. So.
And how accessible and available is the internship opportunities for you being a student?
Great question, actually. So when it comes to internships, it's pretty much Hunger Games, right? So it's as long as your resume speaks for itself, your credits, also your GPA is huge when it comes to the internships. So sometimes you can even get like paid internships. Those are the ones that everybody really seek for because your time is money.
That's right.
So everybody really tries to go for the paid internships. However, you don't even have to be in an internship. You can actually get a job, maybe a part-time job in like the major that you're in. It's quite hard because a lot of people, a lot of graduates really go for these jobs already. So they will give maybe the not so appealing part of the jobs to you, right? And then
you're a student, you have to stay with no money.
Exactly. And then also they give you an internship for credit, which is honestly that was my biggest turnoff at least because I'm like I can actually just take a course with credit. I'm working
And you have to be paid.
right.
You have to receive financial considerations.
Right. So I think it's quite nice if you get a paid internship. It's a little bit more challenging than just getting an internship with experience or an internship for, let's say, credit. But hey, the thing is, the internship also helps you land that job. So you would take whatever you can take in the time frame, depending on your financial needs, of course.
All right. So how is the lifestyle in school? Being a student at a college in the United States, fun? Do you go for more fun?
Well, I went to what they consider in the past a party school too. So
party school.
It was quite it was like.
Was it intra party, like something organized on campus, or you guys go out?
So it's a mixture of both, you know. So they had what they could. Oh my god.
You enjoy it.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but they had Thirsty Thursdays over there, and so the the most busiest times for schooling, like lectures, are Mondays to Thursdays, and then Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday. Those are like party, yeah.
It's time to party.
Yeah, I know a guy who was actually doing like anesthesiology, and he used to party so much.
Oh my goodness.
How are you in this specific field, which is the most stressful field, yet he made time to party? He did not play. That was his. That was his like recovery. He would study, and when it was time to party, he would book
Party,
it.
yeah. To take over all the loads, the stress.
Yes, and he didn't. We were shocked as to how he managed to complete the whole thing easy.
Because of his party.
Are you kidding?
Maybe he said he's a night.
I think that's what he does. I think like during the day, like he makes us.
So how is it going for a party? Do you go out with your same sex, or you find you fuse out with the opposite sex, and you go, man, you dance, you take some drinks, and what else? I don't understand that. Let me know how they feel.
Well, so it depends on your the type of friends you have too.
Okay.
So sometimes they'll do a ratio thing. Most things are ratio, where you come and then let's say you have 5 friends who are females. Like your one guy friend would be like, hey, can you guys come with me? So then that way it gives him an easier chance for him to get in because of the ratio. So it's really one of those things where it's just like it depends on the amount of friends you have, but a lot of people really go out with the same sex. Like if I'm going out, I'm not taking a guy. I'm taking my friends because they're gonna make me enjoy my time.
You mean it didn't happen for once? For once, going with a friend.
I mean, like if as in like.
I wouldn't say a lover, a boyfriend.
Oh, like if you're in a relationship with them, of course you're gonna go out with them, yeah.
Oh, it happened once too.
I prefer going
with
out with my girlfriends just because it's a lot more fun. At least personally to me.
Okay, tell me, girls. So when you go out there for those parties,
yeah.
What was the intention and then the reality of it? You go there to go, see guys, or you go there to go dance, or you go there to, have some drinks.
Yeah, so we really just go to just have fun. Cause you know what I mean. I mean, you can dance at home.
What's the elements in that fun? I mean, because fun is the umbrella. What's in there? You sipping some drinks or
yeah, like maybe you have a shot or two just to get you like a little loose, and then like after that you'd be like, you just pretty much turn up for a little bit, and then I mean like obviously when you go out, people are gonna come talk to you, but it depends on your demeanor, and how you approach it. If you're interested, you go for it. If you're not interested, you don't go for it.
Yeah, so at a time you went for a party, and how many guys approached you?
Not disclosing information. But you know what? I would say even if they approach you, I don't like the idea of meeting guys at a party. Personally, to me, because then it kind of makes me feel like you set a tone for how you're to proceed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you want to meet like quality guys, not that all guys are quality, don't shoot me, but I feel like I take the approach at a different scenery than a party. Yeah.
Because parties where you find the bad guys. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there can be good guys in there.
Possibly if you don't have a good guy, you go to the church. Is that not correct?
That's what they say. Okay.
But that isn't the reality.
I mean,
it is, baby. It is.
The church holds multiple people.
Multiple people.
Everybody
the bad guys
there.
and the bad
people.
Yeah. And so, what would you want to find one?
Honestly, that's a great question.
Yeah, tell me.
I would say.
And I'll give you some chocolate.
I would say I'm very business minded.
Thank you.
So I would try to meet somebody in like the same field. I would say that it's just a lot easier because I feel like once you see them in that field, you're more likely to just understand them. Like, okay, this person is also business oriented, so we can get on the same page with that. You know what I mean? It won't be exactly. Because if you meet somebody at a party, how do you know what this person does?
The next thing is let's go and party. Every now and then we'll go party.
I mean, it's not bad to have fun, especially when you're young. Like, enjoy your life. You know what I mean?
The only challenge I have, after party, but when you came, you never took me for a party.
Oh, you know what?
Or December.
December. I heard December in Ghana is lit. Okay,
so you came in late.
I did.
When you come, we'll go to Takrade.
Soccer. That's where all the fun is.
Yeah, I'm cool. You do the dancing and you feel it.
Oh really? Yeah. Yeah. I've heard of over there one of the most popular places to is like Boom Bar. Everybody loves a Boom Bar. Everybody comes here and the first thing you want to do is go to Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Do you cook at college?
Do I cook? Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
Because the food
do you know
there
how
is
to
disgusting.
cook? That's the first question. That is the first tip I want to do. I want to put it to you today that you students, Black Americans in the United States, and the whites or whatever race is in there, you lazy at cooking. Is that not true?
Do you know what? Okay, so it's not necessarily because we're lazy. It's because a lot of times when you're growing up, it's not something where it's presented. Obviously, I come from an African, like I'm Ghanaian, so my mom would pull me and say, "Hey, come here, come and learn this, come and learn one or two things." But I do have friends who do not know how to cook anything.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't expect
not even to boil water.
Okay, they know how to boil water. There's a kettle for that.
I have a clue about it.
Yeah.
Not even water.
Honestly, they know how to do the basics, I would say. And over there's a lot of also technology that helps you do certain things. So, for example, you can't say somebody can't cook rice because there's a rice cooker. You know, they could put it in there and they could really do it.
But yes, you could. But if you don't have the right calculations, you end up cooking
too
rice
soft or too hard or whatever.
Rice water.
Rice water or like or rock.
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of people there, it's not the most important thing on their minds because they can always go to the restaurant, you know. But it's also quite a bit, yeah. So I believe it's just a matter of how often you were introduced as a kid to learn how to cook before you would know how to cook. But I know a lot of people who do not know how to cook, even in college.
Yeah.
And it's not a shameful thing over there. Over here, it is quite shameful if you don't know how to cook by a certain age. But over there, it's not shameful. It's just second nature.
I also want to put it to you that being a child in the United States is like you are God.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So basically, it's your word above everything. Yeah, over there.
Yeah, because you have like you could even report your parents.
Oh, absolutely.
To be picked up. You could decide what here your mom will call you. Hey, go to the kitchen. Go do this. Go and bring firewood. Go and do this. Go and do this. But you could say no. You won't do it, and your parents can't do anything.
Yeah, over there it's not. The discipline
That
is
freedom.
there in the discipline is there, but in different ways. You know what I mean? Like
it is discipline without much punishment.
Right.
Is that not correct?
So yes, you can't get 100%. You can't get physical with your kids. That's just not gonna happen.
But here,
if you do something,
your mom will give it to you.
Yeah, over there they try not to perpetuate that only because your kid can call the cops on you, and yes, you can get arrested if you do something like that, and yes, diapers can come for your kids if this report, like let's say you whoop your child and then there's a mark on your hand and they go to school. Once the teacher sees that, they can report you for child abuse.
Your own skin. Should I be responsible of your own skin? Maybe you went to play and then you fell and had that scar. Why should I be responsible of that?
But how many times is a child gonna play and get that scar until the mom is like, oh, or the dad is like, stop playing over there. You know what I mean? It shows a little bit of negligence. So if my child is playing in this specific area and you're constantly getting scars, but you're not stopping them, at that point, if the teacher sees that and every day there's a scar there and the scar is not even healing, they're gonna ask what's going on.
Okay.
Because their teachers are part. I wouldn't even say parents, but they are. There's a lot of responsibility on teachers over there as well. So.
All right, and it is also that if you have your word in school and it is time to go for the child and you don't report rightly on time, it is assumed you can't take care of the child, so the government will have to pick up the child up from you.
Yeah, in the past it was actually very strict, especially when I was in Minnesota. It was quite strict over there, but when I came to New Jersey, I think it's a little bit.
Hey, New Jersey.
Yeah, it died down a bit in New Jersey. But it is something where parents do not want to miss. So, but over there, there's I would say, quote unquote, luxury of having your kids, get on the bus after school and come home. You know what I mean? So the bus makes sure that they go from the school straight to the house and the same thing in the morning. So if you can't make it, make sure that you let the school know, so then that way the school arranges for the bus to take your child home. But if you decide to be the point of transportation, you have to make sure that literally right when the time is, it hits like 3:30, 2:30, you're going to pick your child up, else it's going to be an issue.
Holidays, we close from school, we vacate from school, and then are you expected? Our parents obliged, to kind of take you to recreational centers or take you out, go for holidays and
Summer
stuff.
holidays are the best. You go on vacation.
And if your parents don't take you, for a holiday or anything, could you report them?
No, well, okay, that's right.
In the UK, it is not. They just ask you, hey, did your parents take you for a holiday?
Yeah.
No, they'll come for you.
Really?
Why
In the UK, you know what? The UK definitely a little bit more stricter than I would say the United States in that aspect. But your mom is not obligated to take you to all the summer activities.
So when you guys meet, do you talk about, okay, I travel this, I travel to it. So when you go, you will say I went to Ghana, stuff.
Spring you also doing stuff, but you're in school still. So summertime is when you really get to experience, water slides, water parks, roller coasters. Roller coasters are like mandatory there every summer. It's like you have to at least go on.
I want to put it to you that in the United States, at an early age, as 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, you could have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You call yourself.
Two? No. Okay, I would say based on what I've noticed.
No, not like you do those things, but you.
Yeah.
They could
No.
call you, hey, Juanita, your boyfriend is here. Like,
oh my God. So it's also up to how your parents are too.
Okay.
So honestly, your lifestyle, your livelihood, and your lifestyle is based on how your parents raised you, which is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So if your parents are lenient, they will let you have a boyfriend by 13, which is normally their starting age.
What did you say?
They would.
13.
1-3. Yeah, 1-3. But I personally did not have that experience because, like I said, I'm Ghanaian, so she's not gonna allow that. Like, you're not bringing no boy to the house.
I'm not looking into your face.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not looking into your face. So you say that again. You didn't have one.
No, my mom would never allow that. Like, that's just unheard of in the African society in the United States. Like, having your child at that age. I mean, I'm not judging anybody that chooses to do that. If you as a mother see your child who's 13 to fit to have a boyfriend, that's good for you. But it's not happening for most people.
Yeah.
Especially
with a Christian background.
Yeah, exactly. Like
which I know you.
No. Yeah, we just.
Dickness Juanita. Ladies and gentlemen, at the start of the program, the pronunciation of her name, actually, in sense, in Ghana, we pronounce it Juanita. But we are in the States here. So it's Juanita. Juanita. Hey, no, it's not even Juanita.
No, it's Juanita. Like
Juanita.
the T. Yeah. Sorry, water. You know what I mean? So it's Juanita.
So T-A. With the T is stations for D.
Essentially,
right? Juanita. Because da in Ghana, in our pronunciation, da, we mean is D-A. Do you get it?
Yeah, D-A.
And not T-A. So the T-A we say ta. Do you get it? Yeah. So Juanita. Yeah, because they're, speaking is a little bit, I've noticed you guys pronunciate more of your letters in sentences, so, which is essentially, I would guess, the correct way. But people speak faster there, so it's like you're not about to focus on every single syllabus or every single alphabet in your name. So it's Juanita or Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, gotcha is like a more slang word, They be like, all right, gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see that tomorrow. Yeah, gotcha.
But they said.
You say A2? Do you say A2 in the United States?
So over there, A has a different meaning than it does here. So for example, somebody can be like hyping you up and be like, hey, you know what I mean? And then they could be like, hey, trying to holler at you yo, hey. And then the other one would be like, but here it seems like A is more like, wow. You know what I mean? Over there, I use this a wild term, but still.
Wow. Yeah. Yo.
That's what's up. Yeah.
And Yeah, do you know when we say yo? Yo. You're like, that thing didn't go well. Like the person like, yeah, yo. Oh, really? Yo. Yo is like that. Oh, nah. Over there, yo is more like, yo, let me talk to you. Like, basically calling you with the yo. Like, so it's like, if they say yo, they're trying to get your attention. That's Juanita, I want to put it to you that you've been receiving a lot of, crashes here and there from your friends. Is that correct? Really? Where? I'm putting it to you. I mean, anywhere, any part of the world. Oh, that's interesting. I don't got time. You mean you don't know? You know where? I mean, and I want to put it to you further that being in Ghana, you've had a lot of crashes. Wouldn't you accept that? Maybe I'm blind to it. I do wear glasses. I don't have 20/20 vision, so I can't see. Yay! You have to do it. I have to put my glasses on maybe because I'm not quite aware. You're not quite aware. Yeah. Okay, I'll bring you a fellow report. Dead. That's so funny. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this interview to conclude on our interview. It's a chit chat with Juanita. Yeah. Whose Ghanaian name is Mami Kunedu. Yes. Mami Kunedu is right here with me. Afia Kunedu. So Afia, do you know what Afia? Friday morning. Friday morning. Yeah, oh, you so much aware of it. That one I'm strict on, okay? That's like so you came a day after me. Oh really? You're Yao. Yo, baby. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Yo. Can I talk to you? I'm dead. All right. We'll be right back. This is Jiraj Asante, your favorite morning host of the capital. This is Penvas Morning Express station. This is Jiraj Asante, your favorite morning host of the capital. This is Penvas Morning Express station. Oh, let me say you're going on 19. Yeah. Why did you? I only saw you last week. Why would you go like that? It's because I made my trip quite short. Normally whenever we go on vacation, it's the vacation lasts about 2 weeks maximum. So I thought it was gonna be the same over here, but I really enjoyed myself. So next time I plan for a longer trip for sure. This is Garage Asante, your favorite morning host of the capital. This is Penvas Morning Express station. This is Garage Asante, your favorite morning host of the capital. This is Penvas Morning Express station. All right, I know many of you have glued, radio is still the frequency 96.1 FM. We've just made some 10 minutes after 10. So, it's such a beautiful code. 1010 15022021. We mean it is 10 minutes after 7, 10 minutes after 10 of the 15th day of the second month, the year 2021. And I'm vibing. Yo. Yeah. I'm doing yo here and yeah here where Juanita, yeah, Juanita live here up in Vibes 96.1 FM on Penvaz Morning Express. So, what did you say your state name is again? Oh, Juanita? Yeah, I mean the state. What state are you? New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, I'm right next to. A lot of people know New York, so I'm right next to New York. And Virginia, the tri-state area. Oh, Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's right there. Connecticut. One of the hardest and should I say serious stores are. You think so? Virginia is definitely. But Virginia has got a lot of blacks. Yeah, a lot. Dumfries, Virginia, and there's I think Islip. That's where a lot of like that. Africans. Atlanta's in Georgia, which is down south. Yeah. That's where that's black excellence central. Very luxurious state, yeah. Depends on which part you're in, but obviously if you're in Atlanta and Georgia, that's where you really experience more,
the black,
yeah, the
the
modern
raw
style.
African American, the real way. You know what I mean? It's a place to visit when you go. It's an experience. It's an amazing experience.
And then if you want to be in the village, like a rural place like Israel, then you go to, is it Illinois or I have some states. I've forgotten how the pronunciation of it. I'll get it. I'll get it. But I know there are some places if you want to stay cool, out of kind of pressure.
Oh, Colorado is a good place to go.
Yeah.
So Colorado is like if you want to, go enjoy, quietness. There's a lot of mountains there, a lot of, and right now it's winter, so the snow is insane there. Snowboarding, skiing, all that stuff. Like you will get to just enjoy yourself and come back to your cabin, quiet. You're not doing too much. So it's not a very loud, busy state, I would say personally, compared to New York and other in California.
That's right. So just supposing how you were raised, the culture, the attitude, whatever in the state, having been in the states and that of Ghana or back to Africa. You love Africa, isn't it?
Oh wow!
You
I
love
love
Africa.
Ghana.
You love Ghana.
Ghana really has my heart. Like tugging on my heartstrings. It's insane. I love it here.
Baby, oh, baby. Yeah. He loves Ghana. And so, having had so much of the culture way of doing things in the States and then maybe coming to live here or have some time here and do business here or whatever it is, how are you going to manage that kind of difference?
Oh, so you know what? One of my friends, they do. Her name is Gabby. She does this thing where she does 6 months here, or like she stays here for a bit, and then and then she goes back to the states. Whenever it's cold in the states, she tries to not stay there, and then she comes here and handles business here and stuff. So her lifestyle, I personally to me, is quite admirable. But it depends on also the type of profession you have. You know, based on what I've seen, Ghana is pretty much. I feel like one of like the most lucrative places for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So,
you have that eyes. Huh?
Yeah, I see it quite a bit. And I love the energy here. A lot of people are hustlers. They get up, they're like, we got to make this money. You know what I mean? So they get up and they move and move. You know what I mean? Over there, people do the same, but you can tell the difference with the people who wake up and are about their game and the people who really just are passing through life and life is chopping them. Basically, is what you guys would say.
You're passing through and life is chopping them.
It's chopping them. You're not chopping life. Life is chopping you. Like stop.
Yeah. Yo. Life is chopping you. So if in Ghana and life is chopping you and knocking you down and you are not chopping life, man. The adverse way, you gotta be very careful and watch out. The case you are eating, it is good. Do you know the literal translation of that?
For what?
The case you are eating, it is good.
I'm not sure what that is.
Exactly. It's English though, but you can't get it.
The case you're eating, it is good.
It is good. So eventually, we want to ask you. So that thing you are doing, do you think it is good? Is this good of you to do that? To get it. So kind of broken. Yeah. So the case you are eating, it is good. Is it okay?
I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, good. All right. So you quite would want to do what Gabi is doing, kind of have some time here and there.
Going back and forth, definitely.
Do you have some business in mind?
So
you arrange it for something, right?
Right now, so over there, my biggest thing over there that I've been trying to get into, well, I have started a process is like real estate. I've definitely been very interested in real estate, and over here, I see a lot of potential in terms of like real estate here. So like, yeah.
Real estate?
Yeah.
Real estate is for the me low and the be low net.
Oh, please. They set the tone for it. They have a lot. Over there, you have to have multiple streams of income. No matter how successful you are, you have to have multiple streams
of income. Say that again. No matter how successful you are, it doesn't matter you are Jefferson, it doesn't matter you are Mark Zuckerberg, you still have to have multiple streams. And that is what Bill Gates from Microsoft, now he wants to move to the health industry to be manufacturing COVID-19 vaccines. Multiple stream. Have you got it? You who is listening to us, have you got the idea? Multiple stream.
Everything. You have to if you're trying to really be as successful as you want to be,
Yeah.
you have to
chop life and life not to chop you.
exactly have passive income. You know, it's good to have active income because obviously that helps you in many ways. You know, cover the bills, but passive income is really what helps you also venture out into multiple businesses because you're using that to fuel your other businesses. So it's lucrative to actually have multiple streams of income. A lot of younger people there, you know, a lot of people actually are getting into investments, all kinds of, you know, activities when it comes to investments, like stock broker, like a lot of those things.
So you want to go to real estate and
Yeah, real estate is definitely.
yeah, it is. You know I'm doing that too.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so bring money.
Yeah.
Bring money, you're gonna hit it. Yeah, so hard. Okay, okay. And but your focus is gonna be here in Ghana, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing, man. We'll talk more on business often. Let me see what else do I have? What else do I have? On the funny side, I don't want to hit you so much on the funny side. The funny side, full of personal questions.
Yeah. I'll prepare
Okay,
myself.
but you okay? Let me ask you. Would you like it? What's your taste? To have a Ghanaian husband and an American husband?
You know what? I've actually never thought of that. It hasn't slipped my mind. Obviously,
it's in the hands of God.
Yes, that's my mindset.
I want to put it to you. I'm not telling you the truth.
No, God, prepare my husband, please, because it's hard out here in these streets. I can't be out here trying to like, because right now my focus really is more so about my future. You know what I mean? In terms of like finding ways to like build that generational wealth where you know my children will benefit.
And I want to put it to
So
you
my
that
mindset
this
is
is as
done
a
on marriage.
result of
Yeah.
the cultural experience in the state because
Oh
in
yeah.
the states we